This program is brought to you by realestate.com.au. Keep moving with Australia's #1 address in property.
Welcome back to the program. Let's take a look at the auction markets this week, and there are 1,617 auctions set for the weekend, with 598 in New South Wales. That's about 520 in Sydney. We've got 586 auctions happening in Melbourne, 96 in Brisbane. South Australia will have, well, Adelaide there will have 101. There'll be 11 in WA, with 9 of those in Perth, 2 in Tasmania, and 52 auctions in Canberra. And let's take a look at some of the most viewed properties on the auction market today. And in New South Wales, over at 6 Bunya Close, Baulkham Hills, you've got a 5-bedroom, 2-bathroom house on 1,200 square metres, a single-storey house backing onto a reserve with big living spaces, entertaining areas for a family. It's got a big sunroom, ducted air conditioning, as well as a swimming pool outside. Over in Victoria, at 1 Unison Avenue Northcote, it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house set in a peaceful cul-de-sac with the option to add a second level. It's close to parklands and scenic trails, public transport, and the price guide for that one is $1.1 to $1.2 million. Over in Queensland, we have 139 Lambie Avenue, Broadbeach Waters. It is a 6-bedroom, 6-bathroom stunner of a house on the waterfront there. Newly renovated, as you can see, on a grand scale. It's got open living with a cinema room, a games room, multiple entertaining spaces, even a basement garage in case you've got 8 to 10 vehicles that will fit in there. But the best part is a north-facing lap pool and your very own private sandy beach. And over in South Australia at apartment 3, 133 Kensington Road in Norwood, you've got a 2-bedroom apartment there with 1 bathroom and 1 car space. It's been partly renovated, a new luxury kitchen. The floors have been ripped out, which really leaves a blank canvas for your own designs there. It's got a price guide of $575,000. And over in the ACT is 52 Spofford Street, Holt. It's a 3-bedroom house on around 900 squares, a spacious block across from the Belconnen Golf Course. It needs a lot of work, but as you can see, but it has the potential for a family haven if you're willing to put that work in. And the top listing of the week is 29 Winchwood Grove, Upper Sturt in South Australia. It's a 4-bedroom house with 2 bathrooms on a very large block of 2,000 squares. It's set in bushland with cottage-like character, a lot of history. It was one of the very first properties in the area that's been lovingly restored. It's got potential for even more restoration and some landscaping, and it has a price guide of between $780,000 to $820,000. Well, let's take a look now at this week's realestate.com.au Lux listing of the week. Over at 56 Maribor Street, Paddington in Queensland. It's a 5-bedroom house with 4 bathrooms on just over 500 squares, a luxury residence with expert craftsmanship, using only the best materials. A beautiful feature staircase centres the house with a well-manicured backyard. Let's get more. We're joined by McGrath agent Alex Jordan. Alex, we're going to see some pictures of this property now. What is it that makes this house so special?
Thanks, Ingrid. Thanks for having me on. I think it's beautifully constructed. It's designed and built by Greyer. And Greyer is today in Queensland one of the top development companies for prestige residential real estate. The home is concrete. It's constructed of concrete and formwork. Beautiful indoor-outdoor connection. Amazing finishes throughout. It's the upper echelon of what we see in terms of Queensland living and quality. Interestingly, a lot of buyers that are coming to us are from Sydney and Melbourne, so there's a real influx of interstate activity flowing into the Brisbane market, particularly at the prestige end. And strangely, Brisbane seems to not achieve some of the prices that we get in regional precincts like Noosa's and Byron Bays and Gold Coast. You know, whilst we're the capital city, I think the higher end of our market is undervalued comparative to those markets, certainly undervalued compared to Sydney, Melbourne. So the attraction, I think, is the quality of the build, the layout of the home. There's beautiful indoor-outdoor connection where living areas flow seamlessly onto outdoor entertainment, lawn and pool. This is located in Paddington, which is a central suburb in Brisbane, walking distance to cafes and restaurants, so lifestyle attributes at your doorstep.
Yeah, I mean, you can see there the pool and you can see the beautiful staircase in the middle. What is this sort of, how does this compare to other properties in the area? Paddington, as you said, it's quite a nice area.
So Paddington is one of the inner city suburbs that performs and outperforms the other areas. It's a lifestyle precinct for us. This home would sit probably at the top end of the Paddington market. There have been sales that have traded above this. It's interesting, our construction costs these days are huge. To build a home of this quality, most of the builders are quoting between 8,500 up to 11,000 per square metre. So buyers are actually ending up buying these finished products for less than if they were to buy the land separately and build it themselves. It would actually cost them more than buying someone else's finished product. So we've seen a huge rise in construction prices. Market values have risen during the COVID boom, but it hasn't kept up with construction replacement metrics. So replacement value at the moment is sitting a little bit higher than where the market is. And I think that's an opportunity for buyers. If they're wanting to buy in, you're better off buying someone else's finished product than doing it yourself.
Appreciate your time. Lovely property. Thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure. Thanks for having me.
And
Cheers.
the price guide for that is offers over $6.5 million if you've got it. So there you go.